What's up, everybody? My name is JP and welcome to the Stable Cyclist. And I'm a big transparency guy in all of my life, so I felt like we probably need to have this conversation finally. A few weeks ago I was in a conversation, or a meeting I guess you'd say, with one of the companies that works with me. And they asked me a question that caught me really off guard. They asked me what races I was preparing for. And it caught me off guard because I haven't really thought about it at all. And I don't have an answer to it right now. And the reason is because, and this is why it's awkward. In January, I put out a video talking through my concussion recovery and how I had gotten cleared in December and I was good. And when I put that video out, I was good. But a week later, I was on my way to my job where I work at school as a teacher, and I suddenly had to pull over and throw up on the side of the road. And I thought, that's really weird. I don't normally feel that way. And over the next 10 days to 2 weeks, the symptoms of post-concussion syndrome just came back, and they got stronger and stronger and stronger. And I basically felt like I was back to square one, where I was in July after the accident. And it's awkward because I didn't really know how to talk about it. I had put this video out in January. Everybody was really stoked that I was feeling better. I had a lot of messages from friends and people that I only know through this. And I didn't know how to talk through that, like, oh, I've totally reverted back to where I was. And I started working with some new doctors, a new team. I'm still working with people. One of the big issues is my eyes. As I've talked about, I think in that video, I have a lazy eye. And so like double vision has just been a part of my life since I was a little kid. But now when my brain's trying to recalibrate, that's a huge problem. And so there's a lot more story there to tell, and it, to be honest, has been a really difficult winter just from the mental side of things, because I finally felt like after months of rehabbing that I was good and we could move forward. I was back to where I'm a day at a time and just trying to get through things. And then you pair that with, like, because I can't exercise, I've gained a lot of weight, and that's hard as an athlete when you put a lot of weight on. And then just my normal everyday with dealing with bipolar disorder, it was a real hard winter. But while I haven't been able to exercise very much or ride my bike very much, I have been able to keep connected with the bike world because of all of you and because of the podcast. And that has been really healthy for me. And I just want to thank you for all the encouragement on the mental health side of things and just in general, because it keeps me coming back and it keeps me having something to do that can keep me engaged every day with something that I love, and that is bikes and the ability to talk about mental health. And that brings me to May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so while in April everything was focused on the Maah Daah Hey Trail and the Maah Daah Hey 100, the month of May, for the most part, is going to be focused on mental health awareness. Now, there will be at least one more video on the Maah Daah Hey that is going to come out soon, dealing with how to survive the Maah Daah Hey Part 2. But moving forward in May, we're going to have a lot of mental health content. And you should know that I have listened and I have read all of your comments and DMs you've sent me and messages and things you've told me in person if I've seen you about what kind of mental health content you want. And so I have some really special, really specific to this crowd content coming on the way this month that I'm really excited about. And you should be too. So while it is kind of a bummer, and well, I guess it's not kind of, it sucks that my reality is still this post-concussion syndrome mess, and I can't really tell you when I'm going to get out and regularly ride my bike or race it. I can tell you that we're going to continue to have exciting stuff, and at least through the month of May, a lot of stuff is all ready to go. So at some point, if I get shut down completely by a doctor, there is going to be regular content still coming out, and the podcast, which is not quite as work intensive, will continue, and we have guests planned out all the way through the summer at this point. So a lot of really exciting stuff going on here at the Stable Cyclist, and a lot of cool longer form content, some documentaries in the works here too. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and keep getting healthy so that eventually I can get to a start line, not as a videographer, but as a racer, and meet some more of you and do some of these great activities with you, not alongside you. So that's what's going on here on the Stable Cyclist, kind of an uncharacteristic Wednesday video, but I wanted to fill you in and be transparent on what's going on, and also let you know what's coming down the pipe in May on the channel. Thank you for hanging out as always. Thank you for sharing these videos, sharing the podcast episodes whenever you do. And of course, as always, remember most importantly that you are loved.